All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it because, like, I built my platform around having these types of discussions about the culture. So, it's always good to see and hear the insights from other people. So, let's go ahead and get to it.
At the end of the fucking day, that's all I'm saying.
And what I'm saying to you, brother, is that is few and far in between. Everybody is not. Some places are hooder, streeter than others. I'm telling you, bro. If a kid so I'll just tell you Jacksonville, right? If a kid grow up in motherfucking a certain part of the city, bro, we already know what time it is. Every town got a bad side of town and a good side of town, right? So what I'm telling you is that, bro, it's a lot of people, and this is why I say we give the streets way too much credit and way too much weight, bro. There's no way you telling me that every fucking barbershop, or not every, or let's not say every, but most, there's no way you telling me that most black businesses got some criminal element. The motherfucking no, bro, no. I know because again, I know the families that fucking are attached to them. Like a lot of these things, what you'd be surprised, church people, and then we ain't even talking about trades. These are hard working, like, bro, y'all act like, bro, we are what?
Three funeral homes down here in St. Louis is built from a drug dealer, nigga. 3 funeral homes down here. It's from three niggas that used to be in the street.
I got you, but listen what I'm saying.
So why do you think that stopped in St. Louis, bro? Why do you think that stopped?
St. Louis is like a top 5 hood fucking nigga city in the country.
It's true. I was trying to keep my mouth shut, but look, I'm gonna be real. I'm from St. Louis. So, like, even just him saying that they owned by drug dealers is not surprising, number one. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because it's different here. It's different,
bro.
Out of 20, so why do you think that stops there? That's all I'm saying.
Because why do you think it's you don't have the same amount of hood people and level of hood and street everywhere. There are hoods everywhere, but
now I will say that to say that there's crime involved in every family and even in St. Louis is still crazy. Like I said, I'm from here. That's insane. There are, like Mr. Fantastic said, there are hardworking, honest, everyday people that just trying to get their buck, just trying to do well, that ain't trying to cause no trouble. There are good people here, contrary to popular belief.
No, every hood's not created equal. Okay, I'm from fucking Macon. Macon not nothing compared to no motherfucking Chicago or St. Louis. It's hood down there though. Definitely don't go down there playing, right? I'm in Jacksonville. Okay, motherfucking Daytona Beach got a hood. Daytona Beach don't know better than to come up here fucking around in Duval. You see what I'm saying? So even within shit, bro, and like I said, y'all niggas act like, again, this is what really gets me, bro. Listen, all the street niggas, all right, do your thing. But brother, trust me, believe me, I'm going to say this and I'm going to keep saying this. While y'all play in the street, I can stand my ass safely on the fucking sidewalk and learn 99.9% of the stupid shit that the street niggas do to not do it.
Facts. Proud non-street ninja. Proud non-street ninja. Proud.
Okay, and I'm completely totally safe, and I know any and everything I need to know about the motherfucking streets.
I'm so glad I'm so glad I grew out of it. And see, look, just a little bit of context, just to give you a little bit of context. Look, that environment is strong. It's strong here, and if you don't get caught up, I didn't see people who change and who grow up chasing and pursuing that. It just turns out I just wasn't no good at it. You know what I mean? I'm better yelling on YouTube, giving my opinions and selling people suits and, you know what I mean? And, doing that type of thing. And making music. I'm decent at that. You know what I mean? But I'm not no street dude. And I'm okay with that. But, you know what I mean? The environmental pull is strong. So, I mean, all I'm saying, I don't know. It's a good conversation.
Okay, to stay the fuck out of them. And I keep telling y'all, bro, we keep trying to make this shit like it's just this so difficult. And you don't know it. You don't understand. Nigga, I can say the same thing about you don't know how to motherfucking wire a fucking house. Okay? Nobody understands anything about everything. But for some reason, we have this fucking glorification And it's thing to where the street shit is just, it's beyond your understanding. No, the fuck it's not.
Yeah.
The easiest thing in the world is to be a street nigga. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, Fo, you just gotta have the don't give a fuck enough to do it. Fuck it.
But it's fantastic. That's big though. That ain't nothing to sneeze about.
That's not know-how. Hold on, Hamp.
Willingness matters.
Willingness and know-how are not the same thing.
Well, hold on. See, now here's the problem, right?
That's
willingness and the will to take a risk is a separation amongst men, right?
Clearly,
the men are willing to risk it. That's a stark separation.
Yes.
Because wait. Because you know what goes with risk? Bravery, courage. A lot of that shit goes with risk too. Real shit. You got to be willing to do it anyway, regardless of fear. Right? So now those things are very important to men.
There's a fine line between foolishness and bravery. I'll say that.
Right? So now you got this. My next point was even better than that. And say something. Say what you're gonna say, and it'll come back to me.
Cool. So now let me put my military nigga hat on, right? All right, a nigga in the military hat. Okay. Now what we learn and they officially teach you is there are good risk and there are bad risks. It's this thing called ORM, Operational Risk Management. Are the risks worth the rewards? And we've already surmised, Hamp, we've all accepted that the risk of the street and the outcome of the street are not the rewards of the street, are not worth the risk. They're far more negative risk. And we know 99% of street niggas don't become the kingpins.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
Go ahead.
Are most street niggas successful?
No.
Then how is it easy?
It's not easy. It's what your man said.
It was easy. You said it's easy to be a street nigga, remember? So I'm just asking.
Easy to be a failure. Hold on. It's easy as fuck to be a failure. I can be a bum today.
Wait. No. Hold on. So you saying it's easy to be a street nigga, right?
Well, yeah. Cause I think, I don't know. They both have valid points.
But most street niggas aren't successul.
Exactly. Yes.
Right. So
most people aren't successful. Help.
By proxy, but I'm saying street nigga, right? Is it easy to be a pilot? Is it easy to be a Navy SEAL?
No.
Right? And
those are minority of people though. That's a very small pool.
Yeah, but the hood is a minority. We already know that.
No, but now you're trying to do this. Listen, you're talking about successful. The example you used was successful and unsuccessful. Okay, we're talking about failures. Most street niggas are failures. Vast majority of them. The easiest thing in the world to be is a failure.
Okay.
For 10 years.
Failure is predicated on money or what is that?
Whatever the outcome, money or outcome. Okay. If
it's very debatable that very few street ninjas have good outcomes in life, regardless of what they like to tell you, regardless of this illusion. You know what I mean? You can floss in the hood, but you can't do good in the real world, and that's what really matters. So I mean, just saying, you see it all the time.
Let me ask you a simple question: is 48,000 a failure? Is 48,000 no money?
No.
48,000 is good money.
I mean, it's the median income, so it's not poor.
Stop. Let's keep it down because if you make a good point, I'm gonna say, all right, cool. 48,000 for a 50-year-old man, that's good money.
No, for a 50-year-old man, no, it's not.
What's the average money for 50-year-old men? Black men.
Yeah, like 48,000.
So failures?
No, they're not failures. They're at their average.
Ho. If it's not good money and they average making that, and we said it's not good money, remember? We said that.
Yeah, it's not good money.
That ain't failing?
No.
I just want to understand it
There's a difference. I understand exactly what Mr. Fantastic's saying. There is a difference between being a street dude who's doing something and earning that money versus being average. You're not a failure for being average. $48,000 is about the median income for Black Americans, for Black males specifically. Women, y'all ain't making that much. Just look at the data. Look at the data. But don't argue with me. Y'all participate. Women, you participate in the census more than men do. So if anything, the numbers are skewed. So don't argue with me. If anything, the numbers are skewed and men are making astronomically more than what's being reported. But based off of the data that is reported, and like I said, women are more likely to do those types of tests and things. Just my opinion. Could be wrong. Fact check me. But that's just my observation. Women, y'all are not even making that. So let's just be real. Let's just be real. That does not make you a failure being average. Now, what makes you a failure is being a crash out who could lose it all at any moment. What makes you a failure is benefiting off of the misfortune of other people at the cost of other people. Now, we live in a capitalistic society, and there's always going to be nuance to that because, I mean, yeah, you got big pharma, you got tech, all these types of things. But in general, like, come on. It's not the same thing as the pookie that's selling your mama dope and getting head from her versus the dude that's making a tech device that may or may not kill, may or may not, what I mean? I'm just saying, you get the point. But either way, that's neither here nor there. But I get what Mr. Fantastic is saying. What he's saying, it makes a lot of sense. I'm just saying, to me, it does. Because you're not a failure for being average. It's just not good money. It's not good money. Based off of the data, and since they were talking about St. Louis, they say you need a minimum of about $150K if you want to even be single. You tax on another $100K per kid. $100K per kid. If you married with kids, you're gonna need about $250. You're gonna need about $250, $350. Be comfortable. You want to live a good life. You can struggle. You can get by. But who really wants to do that? So I'm just saying, it's not good money. You can live, but is living and existing really the goal? Or is it to thrive and to live in abundance? I'm just saying, like, come on, let's be honest.
I don't know.
No,
man.
because it's quite simple. Listen, you working your job.
And most street dudes are not living in abundance. If we really being real. Like, come on. I'm gonna say it. I don't have no love for these dudes. No love for these pookies. Like, you street dudes, you guys are cancer. Like, I'm just being real. You're cancer. Pookies are cancer.
To make 48,000, and we know that's because most people don't have skills necessary enough to make above that. That's the median income for you working hard and doing what you got to do to provide for yourself and your family legally. Most importantly, the keyword legally,
Facts.
right? So if that's what the majority of the middle of the people is doing, that's the middle, right? You're gonna have some people that are over it, but most people are gonna fall there, right? No, that's not
keyword
fucking because you're making
keyword it isn't legally, right? Because we dismiss the candy lady and the jaywalker and all that, right? So it's actually not legally. Well, how do people judge a man making 48,000 at 50 years old?
Yeah, they would say
that is a false equivalent, Hamp. Come on, man. Don't do that. You better than that, man. Come on, don't do that. That is a false equivalent. Like, come on. Come on, man. That is a false equivalent. Like, you're not going to compare the jaywalker or the lady selling candy and not reporting it, or the dude that's, they sell at the barbershop and they might not be accurately saying how much they getting because of tips and all that kind of stuff, and they getting paid in cash. That's not the same thing as, like I said, the dude that's selling dope, the dudes that's getting in in these shootouts and turn places like Chicago and St. Louis into war zone. I mean, it's not the same thing, man. Come on.
They would say that man was not rich by any means.
So this is the consistency. Me and you, like, we literally thinking through it. Like, yo, so all I'm saying is, are you saying that most people are failures? All right, cool, right? But failure is the opposite of success.
Yeah, but the problem is what we're talking about, the levels of failure. Me failing at fucking, let's say I'm a failure at making $48,000 or whatever, right?
Okay.
You know what I have? I don't have to look over my shoulder. I got my freedom. I ain't gotta fucking spread my cheeks and lift my sack. Pause. I don't have to worry about any of those things. I don't have to die at young age, right? So the problem is when we talk about the failure aspect, now we got to get into the details of the failure. The failure of the risk, either way, the risk, right? The risk of the fucking street shit and knowing that more than likely your outcome is going to be negative. That is what balances everything. If you get on that job and you work and you motherfucker gets the ceiling at 48,000, hey, you hit the ceiling at 48,000.
Okay,
you got the rest of your life to live, budget your money, right? But your ass catch that motherfucking bid or that body or get caught with that dope. Now what?
So fantastic.
You hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, because y'all actually looking in my bracket.
You're not about to add nothing. We haven't. Me and Mr. Fantastic going back like this. We've seen if we can make some progress, right? So you're saying now that the risk factor, right, outweighs the potential reward, right? And therefore, that 48,000 is acceptable, even if it's not good or failing, because I don't have to look over my shoulder, so I don't have the risk.
See, Hamp, that come on, man. I know it's different when you actually end the conversation. So look, I'm just analyzing it. It's nothing personal against nobody. I'm not jabbing at nobody. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm analyzing. This is what it is. It's a breakdown. But Hamp. It's not just about that. Like, let's go back and just listen to what he just said.
Me and Mr. Fantastic going back like this. We've seen if we can make some progress, right? So you're saying now that the risk factor, right, outweighs the potential reward, right? And therefore, that 48,000 is acceptable, even if it's not good or failing, because I don't have to look over my shoulder, so I don't have the risk. So even my net positive is higher because I don't have to account for risk and etc.
And especially when we know.
First of all, the problem is Hamp keeps saying that 48,000 just because Mr. Fantastic said it's not good. He did not say it's not failure. That's something that people do where just because that's like, oh, just because I'm not attracted to you means that I think you're ugly. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you could be very attractive or you could be objectively attractive and you're just not my type. You know what I mean? There are some guys that are attracted to light-skinned girls. So if you have two 10s in front of them, they're going to look at the light-skinned girl before they look at the dark-skinned girl. There are some guys, you know what I mean? That's kind of what you're doing. You're saying that, oh, well, just because you're not my type, that must mean you think I'm ugly. That's essentially what Hamp is saying that Mr. Fantastic is saying. And that's not the case. What it is the median income is not a lot of money. But he keeps saying that does not make you a failure. Being average doesn't make you a failure. Being below average makes you a failure. So making $48,000 is not a failure. You're average. You're just not great. Being not great. People got to understand there is a spectrum. There's the best, the elite. There's the great or the exceptional. There's the great. There's the good or proficient, adept. There's the good enough. Average. Below average, not good enough. Almost there. Then there's the complete garbage, failure. That's where I would put street dudes. Just my opinion. But that's what Mr. Fantastic is saying. And what happens doing low key is a little bit of a straw man because you keep trying to argue from the position that he's saying that $48,000 of being average is a failure. So why is it that you can judge them for being willing to do more in order to earn their money when you're not criticizing or you're basically saying that they're wrong for being willing to do more to be better than a failure. That's what you're saying.
Oh, the street nigga, the average street nigga makes at or less than 48,000 a year. That too, since you want to bring the money into it. So being that we know the vast majority of street niggas aren't pulling in that much money from the streets, more likely than not, and street niggas have said that. And shout out to the resident street niggas in agreeing, right?
All right,
street niggas have said that.
Wait, hold your horses. Now here's the key though, because the failure thing was your dismissal of streets being easy or hard, right? But if and I use income because we when we talk shit to each other, we start telling the nigga how broke he is, right? That's how we call a nigga out his name, by telling him how broke he is, right? Like how women say her pussy stink when they get mad. We say, shut your broke dumb ass up. So now all I'm simply saying is that logic is consistent. If there's multiple failures, a large part is predicated on how much money they making, you know? So I just don't want to say a thing is easy when most people are failing at it. That simply doesn't make sense logically. Hence, the Navy SEALs is not easy because most people fail.
Now, back to what I said where they both have a point. Hamp is right. I'm not going to say being a street dude is easy. I'm not going to agree with that. I'm not going to agree that being a street dude is easy. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you. So, like I said, he's right on that point. I mean, he's absolutely right.
That's how you tell the difference. If everybody wins, that shit is easy. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying easy is the word that I'm pushing back on.
Okay. All right. So let me see.
That's fair.
That's all.
Another word other than easy.
That's hard, right? I mean, and as you can see, this is how you know that Mr. Fantastic is like he actually argues in good faith, because now you see that he's actually trying to, you know, adjust or try to find another word, because Hamp is right. That's a fair point. Saying that being a street dude is easy is not the right word. I wouldn't say that it makes you an exceptional person. I would just say that easy isn't the right word. Now let's see if Mr. Fantastic can come up with a better one, because I can't.
Yeah. Accessible then. Let's say that. Let's say accessible.
Okay.
Being a street nigga is extremely more accessible than any of the other things. So I won't necessarily say easy, because like I guess, you know, not getting killed is a thing.
You'd be surprised, especially with these new guns and they shooting up parties like niggas said earlier.
And shit, I can concede. Niggas love to clip this one, Hamp. I concede it. Yeah, the niggas.
Got him. Oh, love to see it, man. I love to see good faith debates, man. Got him. No, I mean, he's right though. It's not easy. I mean, to be honest, to be a street dude and to still live, even to be like, for instance, like if you a 50-year-old street dude, you obviously are good at something, or you've been telling a lot, but I'm not gonna get into that. You know, that ain't none of my business.
The whole show, Mr. Fantastic, they gotta find where you can see
it. In the day of switches, hey, it's not that easy. But nah, man, it's far more accessible for you to just make that again. Have any of us well-to-do, you know, civilian.
Empress ain't shit. She start crying because you conceded.
That's rare. I've never seen it before.
Now, Hamp, you had that show, right?
Never seen it before. This one for the books.
I told Fantastic about the different levels. See, when you saying a street nigga can actually go anywhere.
Yo, Mr. Williams, why didn't you let our conversation marinate?
I'm sorry.
He didn't even get to say how much he conceded.
Because you be asking for context, even though
I didn't ask you anything. I was trying to wait for Mr. Fantastic to finish doing his concession speech.
Nah, you lost it, niggas. Go ahead, Mr. Williams. That's all you get.
Well,
crazy, bro.
It was gonna be that way anyway.
Always gotta push too hard, man. That's how they be, man. They ain't never good enough. You always want to push too hard. That was a good conversation. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good conversation. I enjoyed that. That was pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. I do think I do think a lot of pookies could do fall into the category of failures. You can call it what you want. You can have your opinion, but at the end of the day, it ain't easy. It ain't easy to be a failure. Being a failure every day and still going about life is hard. It's hard. On that note, I'm signing out. It's crazy. I can't believe he conceded.